Well, off we go, friends. It's Tuesday, early July, and I'm officially saying it, the new season is here. You might see a small update on the channel, some subtle graphical changes, just to give it a fresher feel because we're just 3 days away from Celtic's kickoff. Sure, it's only preseason, but that familiar buzz is back, and here I am. Plenty to unpack today. First, we have a new signing to talk about. Then another deal that practically wrapped up yesterday. You'll soon see why it's getting easy. A Legends match has just been confirmed. An old favorite is about to return, and saddest of all, a former Celtic player has hung up his boots at just 28 years old. And that's not all. Before we start, a quick question: make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I quickly checked the June stats, and over 50% of those watching weren't subscribed. It costs us nothing, helps us grow, and means I can continue to bring you the coverage you want. I thank them if they do. Now let's talk about Lennox Town. Yesterday, the club released what they're calling Lennox Town unfiltered, unvarnished training footage, just unedited images. Monday's session featured virtually the same squad as Friday. Youngsters like Jude Bellingham appeared, as did Shane Duffy and Mikey Johnston. I missed them on Friday. And of course, Brendan Rodgers himself appeared. He'd been negotiating whatever deals he'd been making, but now he's back encouraging the players to talk about the importance of mentality as preseason begins. They've been working on mentality from day one because the squad right now, that's the team that will likely take to the field in Friday's opener against Queen's Park. Expect a young squad with some familiar faces: Anthony Ralston, Callum McGregor, Nicholas Kuhn, James Forrest, etc. We'll probably see some good young players. Perhaps a bit of Shane Duffy as he's just starting to train, and hopefully a touch of Dazen Maeda or summer vibes midfield magic. The rest of the squad: Ross Tierney, Dazen Maeda, Cameron Carter Vickers, Kasper Schmeichel, Kieran Tierney, Benjamin Siegrist, Negrin arrive on Friday, but won't play that night. Alistair Johnston withdrew from Canada's Gold Cup camp after the penalty shootout loss to Guatemala, leaving him free for Celtic. It wasn't the best tournament for Canada, and Johnston had a poor run in the shootouts, but hey, we'll welcome him back anyway. And now the new guy, Callum Osmond. Yesterday, the club officially confirmed that he's joining us on a 4-year deal from Fulham. He'll wear the number 19 shirt, the same one worn by Stan Petrov, and later signed by none other than Huniu. So unless we decide to put superstitions aside altogether, questions are already being asked. Is Osmond a striker destined to score? The club posted a preview of his first interview on YouTube, and the full interview is available for a fee on Celtic TV. A viewer named Mark commented that it's a bit disappointing that fans are paying when we've invested in the club. And he's not wrong. The trailer is about 2 minutes long, while the full interview is almost 5. You can almost parse what he said without subscribing. I understand, Celtic, we want access to full interviews, especially with new signings. It would be more attractive for your social media presence. As it stands, fans get envious looks and clickbait videos, while everything real is hidden behind a paywall. That's the long-term loyalty Celtic could be sacrificing when so many fans already feel squeezed out by rising costs. Osman himself sounded confident, not arrogant of course, but determined. An English striker with pace, great effort, and a knack for getting behind defenses. He admitted he turned down a new contract at Fulham to get more chances at first-team football. That shows he's hungry, and his expectations are clear. He wants to be in and around the team. I'm glad to hear Brendan has also joined, signaling that there's a clear path forward for a kid like him. But let's not kid ourselves, this is a project signing. A 19-year-old with little Topolvel experience. It will take time for him to settle. He's probably third in the forward hierarchy behind players like Kyogo and more established strikers. Remember, Johnny Kenny could still leave, and Dazen Maeda could rotate in that position. Could the club sign another striker? It's quite possible. I'd be surprised if Osman was the last. But even if he's our third choice, that doesn't mean he's not valuable. A low-risk, high-potential signing is the kind of signing that can pay off in the long run. If not, we haven't burned the house down or filled the stands with unplayed inflation. There has been some resistance to the level of business Celtic have done so far. Some fans are hoping for signings with a more immediate impact. I understand that, but I don't see any problem with layering strategic depth. Signing young players alongside a couple of first-team upgrades seems like a sound strategy, not just a last-minute investment. Of course, fans want immediate quality, but patience in a transfer market can pay off. Indeed, Rodgers' signals last season were strong, signing to elite strikers and developing a third promising young striker. Osman is precisely that kind of player. Alongside him, we've seen the likes of Kieran Tierney, Ross Duhon, and Benjamin Siegrist arrive. Young defenders like Hayato and Amura could also be key players. Don't be surprised if the center back's big signing is still on the way. We may not have spotted all the deals yet. Speaking of other rivals and departures, Inamura officially left his Japanese club Albirex Niigata on June 29th, making him likely our 5th signing in recent days pending the official presentation. Meanwhile, Matthew Anderson signed for Court in the Belgian 2nd Division. Joey Dawson and Scott Bain also left. The summer rotation is in full swing. On the bittersweet side, a sad farewell. Charlie Mulgrew has called time on his career at the age of 28. Repeated knee injuries, almost 3 years out due to an injury in 2019 in the Netherlands. No one likes to see a career cut short, but he gave Celtic key moments. Who remembers that sliding assist to Callum McGregor in the game against Zenit, which went on to qualify a polished counter-attacking move? And then that perfect assist, the crowd didn't forget it. Though the commentators did, Celtic fans will remember it. And there's more good news. The club has announced the Legends match during the upcoming international break. The Celtic Legends will take on the Manchester United Legends, and back at Celtic Park, none other than Tom Rogic is confirmed. The midfield wizard of the 2010s is ready to return to the pitch, possibly his first since returning to Australia. Joe Hart will also be playing, so prepare for a touch of nostalgia. Tickets cost around £18 for adults and £9 for concessions. Every penny will go to charity, supporting the Foundation's Paradise Pit Stop project. It's a volunteer-owned initiative that provides hot meals and a safe space for days a week for those in need in the community. Let's not forget, Celtic is built on a sense of social responsibility as much as its sporting pedigree. Hopefully the stands will be filled with green and white, and of course, we'll get a win over the Red Devils. Legends, a little innocent rivalry never hurt anyone, right? That's all for now, folks. There's plenty to look forward to with the season back on track. Remember, Celtic are back in action on Friday. Whatever happens, save the date. I'll be here with all the build-up reactions and everything in between. Okay, back on topic. There's still a lot to analyze, and while the initial excitement surrounding Cole Osman is understandable, we need to temper our expectations a bit. He has that drive, that confidence, and is coming off a great run in Premier League 2, with Fulham scoring goals showing pace and intent, but again, he hasn't had any minutes on the bench yet. That's where the stakes are. Still, it seems the club has done its homework. They've had success with these types of signings before, like Jeremy Frimpong. A completely different position, yes, but the model is similar. Raw talent, tons of potential, and a platform to grow. Osman mentioned having a good chat with Matt O'Reilly before signing. He said Matt gave him an insight into the club, the fans, the city, typical welcoming committee stuff. But it matters. These little details help players adapt more quickly. And he also described himself as the type of striker who likes to open up defenses, who thrives on running in behind rather than holding the ball. That's something we haven't had consistently, speed through the middle. So perhaps he'll bring a slightly different dynamic, albeit in smaller doses this season. As for Brendan Rodgers, he made his plan clear. Osman said the manager made everything clear where he fits now and where he could go. That's crucial for a young player, knowing there's a roadmap, not simply being included or excluded completely. It's that combination of guidance and opportunity that can turn a prospect into a starter. Now, some fans have expressed concern that we're focusing too much on developing players and not enough on established first-team stars, and I understand that. It's not like last season didn't have its frustrations, but the market isn't easy either. The club clearly wants to get things right rather than splurge on the wrong kind of player. And let's face it, for every eye-catching signing that excites the fans, there's another that ends up being redundant in 6 months. We're not looking for the best players in Europe, but if we can find the next big thing, someone who will grow under Rodgers, contribute, and perhaps leave for a profit, it will be a good piece of business. In terms of the overall makeup of the squad, there's still work to be done. Another striker possibly, a dominant center back probably, perhaps a versatile midfielder if the right player is available. But for now, we have players arriving with a purpose, some leaving, and the backbone of the team starting to form for the new season. With Queen's Park approaching, we'll get our first glimpse of some of these young faces in action. That's always one of the most exciting moments of preseason, seeing who's fit, who's hungry, who might surprise us. And yes, let's not forget the Legends game. Tom Rogic returning to Celtic, even if it's just for one night, is going to thrill us. His touch, his composure, the way he glides through midfield. You could say he defined an era for us, and having Joe Hart on the pitch too adds a special touch to the occasion. That game is more than just a fun run, it's about connecting the past and the present, bringing the fans together for something that matters both emotionally and in solidarity, so as we prepare for Friday and the days ahead we find ourselves with that usual mix of optimism, curiosity, and a bit of nervousness. But yes, the season has already begun. The ball is already in motion, the players are giving their all in Lennox Town, and we're all joining in the adventure. Before continuing, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to receive all the exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss a single detail about your favorite team, it's very important for Celtic FC fans. Whispers around Glasgow are growing louder, and if the rumor mill is to be believed, Celtic might just have pulled off a classic park head coup, and at no cost at all. Word is, the Hoops have reached an agreement to bring in Ayoub El KACHATI, a rising Dutch Moroccan forward, without shelling out a single pound. Aye, ye read that right, no transfer fee involved, while the club's hierarchy remains tight-lipped. Those close to the situation suggest the deal is already in the drawer. Pending official confirmation, El KACHATI, known for his sharp movement and instinct in front of goal, is seen as a low-risk, high-reward addition to Brendan Rodgers' squad. Some insiders are even whispering that this lad could be the missing piece in a revamped attacking line that aims to fire Celtic deep into Europe and keep domestic silverware flowing to the East End. At 22, El KACHATI has been turning heads in the Dutch lower leagues with his goal-scoring exploits. Not exactly a household name, not yet, at least, but comparisons have already been drawn with past Celtic bargains who've arrived quietly and left their mark with thunderous effect. There's a sense of excitement, sure, but also caution. Supporters have seen their share of next big things fade into the fog still. If this move comes off, it would mark another tidy bit of business by the Celtic board, and a potential gem unearthed without even opening the wallet. Free transfers rarely stir the blood, but in this case, it might just prove to be the Hoops' stealthiest signing in years. Keep an eye on this one. Celtic faithful, the boys might be about to unleash a new secret weapon, and it's not cost them a penny. Hello, fan, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.